He really puts an awful load on that thing. He hauled 18, 20 mats, and I would guess he must have 25, 30 ton on there. Dig these mats out for these kind of conditions, of course, to take a backhoe, as you see him doing here, because most of them are kind of full of mud and frozen. It's kind of a pile when it takes them back to make a semi-pile of these things for the 830. It'd be very, very hard for the 830 to try to take these things up. It would really slow things up. It's really something the way these guys do that. He made kind of a pile of 4 or 5 of these things, put them on the bucket, and takes them back into a pile for the 830 to pick up. A helicopter just flew over just a few moments ago, I think expecting the high line. The TimberPro back for another load. This is only the first or second machine we made yellow. Right now we're offering that as our 4th different color. Running this machine is one of the very best operators doing this type of work. In fact, it's his goal to have his own machine one day. He likes his B model extremely well. It's a much more comfortable machine than the older one. Actually, the machine works better laying these mats than forwarding like they're doing now, because they can work over the front and lay these mats as they go. The top RPM of this machine is only 1600. And of course, what a huge savings that is when it comes to fuel. On the other side and see how he picks these things up. That fellow's mighty good at running that machine, no doubt about that. I'll bet he loads this thing in about 5 minutes, maybe less. It's almost become a fact they can't get along without the TimberPro machine. Oh boy, the load he puts on that thing. Wow. Not just there must be a 30 ton on there. He doesn't only load it up, but it looks like he puts one in the grapple and carries that out. A fellow was kind enough to give me a ride in the pickup up to where the machine is unloading. You can see the edges of the mat here. All this mud has worked up between the mats and made the road relatively level. About every quarter, half a mile, he builds a spot for the truck to turn around. Because if he had to take this 2 miles all the way to the main road, they'd be forever trying to get these mats out of here. This fella is really, really good. Boy, I almost lost one there. He says he really hates to run chains because it makes the machine ride rougher, and of course it really tears up these mats badly when they run chains. So they only put them on in emergencies. You can see the truck in the background loading and taking the last mile out to the main highway. Too bad I couldn't get a picture of them matting the ground. That's when it really works the best, because it works so well being able to work over the front and position the mats exactly the way they should be. You can hear the engine running, only 1600, and the operator says he hasn't lost a thing. Gosh, I kind of lucked out. Went to the other side of the road here. Here's another TimberPro hauling mats from the other side. This side of Highway 77, just west of Hayward. Yes, this is the, no, excuse me, it is an 830. an awful load on that thing. He hauled 18, 20 mats, and I would guess he must have 25, 30 ton on there. Dig these mats out for these kind of conditions, of course, to take a backhoe, as you see him doing here, because most of them are kind of full of mud and frozen. And it's kind of a pile, then it takes them back to make a semi-pile of these things, the 830. It'd be very, very hard for the 830 to try to take these things up. It would really slow things up. It's really something the way these guys do that. You made kind of a pile of 4 or 5 of these things.